Ben, what's going on in the world?
Cool. So yeah, one of the things we missed from last week because we didn't have a weekender was that there was a new starter set brought out for Warhammer 40,000. So this one was another one of their sort of ones, a little bit like Tooth and Claw that we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
This one was called Wake the Dead, and this one had the Space Marines going up against the Eldar from Samhain or Samhain, however you say the name. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. They're called Eldari now. That's all that matters. But anyway, it's a very, very cool little set. It comes with a nice little bit of narrative, sort of telling a little bit more of the story of things that are happening on the planet where all these sort of battles are going on. It obviously features the Eldar and the Space Marines clashing on the tabletop, which is really cool.
Yeah.
For the Space Marines, you get a whole bunch of new Primaris stuff. And for the Eldar, you get a whole bunch of Guardians, but you also get a Falcon Grav tank as well, getting stuck into there too. So you got a little bit of heavier armor on that side as well, which would be very cool. And of course, leading both of these sides, you've got two special miniatures. So you've got a new Primaris Lieutenant for the Space Marines and a new Warlock, or I think it's a Spirit Seer, I think they're called, for the Eldar, leading the Eldari on that side as well, which is cool.
Ooh. Go to the full box contents there for me, Justin. Just so we see what's in it.
A fair chunk of stuff.
I quite fancy the Eldar's chances in this one. You know, a nice big grav tank stuck in the middle of that.
Yeah, but the Primaris, they've got those big twin plasma guns at the back there. Those are going to do some damage.
I was like, why does only one side have a tank? What's going on with that?
You see, well, they have what are the equivalent of 3 small tanks.
You see, Ivan, when you are a Space Marine, you are a tank.
Yes, we need more tank.
One of the things I was going to say actually is that the really cool thing about this is that they're continuing to tell this narrative I was saying before about I think it's the Warzone of Vigilus, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And this is what all of these box sets have been sort of building and adding to. So, you know, we've talked a little bit about before, you know, way before 8th edition, that Warhammer 40,000 was very much one of these sort of 2 minutes to midnight kind of games.
Yeah.
They kind of really reset that with 8th edition, and now they seem to be telling a lot more evolving stories with their box sets. And it also allows you to have new sort of entryways into the hobby, which is really cool. So hopefully they're going to bring out some more in the future that might sort of appeal to your faction of choice, or one that you've really wanted to pick up, and this could be something that'll be really nice for you and a friend to get stuck into. So
yeah, nice box set. Box set.
This is something I used to wish and wish and wish for when Battle for Macragge was out, because it was always Space Marine versus Orcs, and you had to wait an edition before you were getting a change up. I know it's still Primaris versus something, but I'm liking this cycle. I'm liking seeing more and more different forces in 2-player starter sets to get more people in.
Well, even if you don't buy the starter set, the fact that each one is an excuse to drive the story forward a little bit is interesting. So you don't need to buy into each of them, but it's nice to have them there because it gives them something to hang a story on to drive it forward.
And the interesting thing as well is because they're keeping it to one kind of world as well, it can sort of evolve and change and not overly affect the like epic narrative that's happening everywhere else. So you're not going to feel like the story that's being told in Vigilus is the one that you have to take part in. It's one that's very much localized, so you can go and have your own adventures elsewhere, which I thought was a really cool thing. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as well as that, you also know that they have announced the new Warhound Titans for Adeptus Titanicus.
Look at these.
Oh, what do you see this? That these models are stupendous. Just look at them. I'm in love. And I tell you what, you two lucky gits who are going to win the Beersteins and the Warhounds. I can't quite work out in my own mind which is cooler, the Steins or the Warhounds. And you know, 7 days a week I would have said the Beersteins.
See,
7 days a week I would have said the
so I kind of fall
Beersteins.
into that Warhound camp.
Just make sure with these kits you're not drinking while you're putting them together, because you might have some very wonky.
Do not drink and pilot a Titan.
Well,
Ben approves
no,
this
hang on a
message.
second. Hang on a second. That was the whole plan. You know, the secret part of that prize that I didn't tell you is that I'm actually going to come out to your house to deliver it, along with a 6-pack, and we're going to crack them open together, and I'll watch you build your Warhounds. That sounds really creepy, doesn't it?
Just took an exponential leap. Value of that prize just took an exponential leap.
So we've had a week where there's been Warhound Titans released and a new 40k starter set with blue versus red.